St. Vincent against Geneva as the Bearcats open the 2012 conference portion of the schedule. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today for Geneva. Leading off is Herzog at second and Saleva at short. McGonigal, the DH. Gaddy at third. Scheiderer behind the plate. Lambert in right. Bushmeyer in center. Wingard in left. And Melich at first. Pitcher today, number 3, Mike Jeffries. For the Bearcats today in Game 1, leading off and playing shortstop, number 8, Brad Burkhart, batting second at second base, number 27, Zach Bush. Batting third today, moved up in the lineup, the first baseman, number 45, Mike Esteva. Zach Galasso, the center fielder, will bat cleanup today. He's number 34. Number 20, Grant Crawley, will bat fifth. He's the designated hitter. Andrew Kazusko will play right field today. Number 18, he'll bat sixth. Eric Fichter will be behind the plate batting seventh. Nick Biemendorfer, this is a change for the Bearcats. Biemendorfer has been moved to third base. He was tested there in the JV game earlier this week. Biemendorfer at third. He's wearing number 9. He'll bat eighth. And then number 19, Joey Fear in left, batting ninth. On the mound today, fresh off a shutout win last week, Jared Haller. Here's the first pitch of the game by Haller, and it's in for a strike against Jeremy Herzog. Glad you're with us today here for our broadcast of Bearcat Baseball. Again, this game was supposed to be at Geneva today. It was supposed to be a single game at Geneva. There's another called strike, 0-2. But they have moved it over here to St. Vincent, and they're playing the doubleheader today. So a little switch up from what we were expecting. As there's a swing and a miss, and we've got a strikeout to start things off. As nice start here for Jared Haller. First pitch is a strike, so 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Haller. Saleva, the shortstop, whereas number 2, he's a righty stepping in against the lefty Haller. Looks like it's going to be a steady diet of lefties today. With Geneva, we'll see. I believe it's going to be Max Henry in Game 2. Haller's pitch now low and outside. Count goes to 2-1. Nobody on. We are in the top half of inning number 1. First game of our doubleheader. Glad you're with us today on the St. Vincent Sports Network. Foul ball out of play. Don't forget, as always, if you're tuned in, let us know. You'll see a link down at the bottom where you can send us a note. Let us know if you're tuned in. Let us know where you're listening from today. As always, like to hear from the listeners and make this broadcast fun. There's a grounder. Zach Bush at second. Bush on to Esteva. And there are 2 down.
Designated hitter Ryan McGonigal.
Batter now is Mike McGonigal. He's the designated hitter. He takes a strike. Foul tip at the plate. Haller works quickly. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Jared Haller, so makes quick work of the Geneva Golden Tornadoes in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played a half inning. There is no score. Steps in, getting things underway here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Listeners tuning in today from Pittsburgh, Mr. Fido. Also, we have some listeners today tuned in from Zanesville, Ohio, pulling for Geneva, but we'll let them listen anyway. Here's the first pitch to Burkhart, right down the pipe. That's a strike from Mike Jeffries, lanky right-hander. Jeffries, a sophomore from Coriopolis. Fouled at the plate by Burkhart. He's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Burkhart, Bush, and Esteva due up here in the bottom half of inning number 1 for the Bearcats. Curveball called, third strike, and Burkhart caught looking, one down.
Second baseman, number 27, Zach Bush.
Zach Bush lost his helmet apparently, or maybe his head just outgrew it. I don't know which. But he's wearing Cabella's helmet, which Cabella doesn't use because, one, he doesn't bat, and two, he doesn't wear number 17 anymore because he lost his jersey. Bush quickly out ahead here, 2-0. Two-0 pitch to Bush, called strike, 2-1. Once again, doubleheader today here on the St. Vincent Sports Network. 2-1 pitch is up high, 3-1. Grandstand's full of Bearcat fans today. We've got the left field loonies out there as well. Popped up, third base side. Got a play on it, and he makes the catch. That was Gaddy making the catch. And so
first baseman, number 45.
Bush has been retired. That's going to bring up Mike Hasteva. The big engine stepping to the plate. Great photo of Mike, by the way. There's a foul tip, strike one. Great photo of Mike. If you go to the photo galleries online and you take a look at the Newport News game, you want to see a classic picture of the real Mike Hasteva. That is a classic photo of Mike. That ball, that pitch misses. It's 1-1. Classic photo of Mike Hasteva on the Newport News photo gallery. Pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. Now count goes to 3-2. Three-two pitch, grounded to second, on to first, and in time for the out. A little trouble getting the throw over there, but the Bearcats end up going in order here. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played an inning. 6 up, 6 down, no score. Leading things off here in the visitors' half of the second. Against Haller, his first pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Pitch, curveball, misses, a little low, 1-1. Top half inning number 2, Jared Haller working for the Bearcats against Joel Gaddy, the third baseman for the Geneva Golden Tornadoes. Geneva already has 3 conference games played for the season. A couple of them were down in Florida, actually. They played Bethany down in Florida. Coach Alan Sumner in his 24th season. Coaching down at third. There's a base hit up the middle by Gaddy. We've got the first base runner of the game for either side. So Gaddy is aboard here with the game's first hit.
Adam Scheiderer.
Scheiderer will step in. Like to wish Coach Keith Harmon a quick recovery from his latest unfortunate incident. Had more body parts replaced. What was it, hip this time? Hip, maybe? Another knee. Throw over to first, runner back.
Oh, man. Free hot dogs here at Bearcats.
By the way, it's a special day here since it is the conference opener. We had free admission today at Bearcat Ball Field for anyone recently missing a tooth. That's how Matt got into the press box today. Counts 0-1 on Scheiderer. Ground ball up the middle. Bush steps on second for one. On to first. Double play. 4-3 on the double play. Erases the runner, and there are two down in the top of the second.
Right fielder number 21, TJ Lambert.
Haller's pitch in for a strike. Strike called, 0-2. Haller quickly out in front of TJ Lambert, the right fielder. John Bushmeyer is on deck. Conference opener here. This inning brought to you by Keith Harmon, Life Coach. Any advice you need, he'll give it to you. Ground ball to the right side. Esteva up with it, flips to Haller. Not in time. It's going to be an infield single as Lambert legs that one out. So once again, Keith Harmon, Life Coach, sponsoring this inning.
Center fielder number 20, John Bushmeyer.
To get advice on life from Keith Harmon, just call 1-800-SICKIANS. Keith will give us a report later on how his soccer team is doing. And we'll also get the putty report. We'll get the putty update coming here in the next half inning or so. He's very disappointed about that. Well, we'll hear from the master himself. Two down. John Bushmeyer at the plate. Shane Wingard is on deck. Runner at first. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Left-handed batter Bushmeyer against the lefty Haller. Checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Curveball grounded to Bush at second. He'll take it to Burkhardt at short for the force out, and the inning is over. On the 4-6. No runs, 2 hits, a double play, 1 runner left on base. We've played an inning and a half. There is no score.
Left on base. After 1.5 innings of play, the score remains scoreless.
Zach Galasso to the plate for the Bearcats here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Count now goes to 2-0 from Jeffries. Two-0 pitch skied left side in foul territory. Third baseman's got a play here, and he'll make the catch. 1 away.
Designated hitter number 20, Grant Crawley.
Grant Crawley. Stone Crawley will step to the plate. Still waiting for time to pass. Curveball in for a strike. This inning brought to you by Crawley's Stone Quarry. Made fresh. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1. I'd like to thank some of our new sponsors we've had lined up here in recent games, like F-Train Transportation. There's the 1-1 pitch, and Grant Crawley has drawn his third hit batsman of the season. He's got a few to do to catch up here now to Kazusko, and that's going to bring up Kazusko, who has been hit by 6 pitches so far on the season. Jim Berger could not listen today. He's recovering from his most recent unfortunate incident as well. Pitch to Kazusko, down low, 1-0. Crawley, the all-time Bearcat career leader in hit batsman, on at first after getting beaned. Kazusko at the plate. Jeffries looks in. Here's the pitch outside. Goes to 2-0 now on Kazusko. School record for hit by pitches in a year is 9, set by Crawley as a freshman. Crawley had 8 last year, 3 this year, so now that is number 20. Throw over to first. He's just back in time. 2-0 Kazusko is up high. Kazusko through the first 12 games this season with 6 hit batsmen. So he's well on a way to breaking that record. 3-0. Coach Janosko looks on from the third base box. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Kazusko, 3-1. Mick's still looking on. 4 games in a row, and I'm informed that Kazusko has had sleeves on. 5 games in a row. 5 games in a row he's had sleeves. Sends this one out to right field. Right fielder's going back. This is going to be trouble, and that is all the way to the wall on one hop. Crawley being waved around third. Now he's going to be held up as Kazusko stops at second with a 1-out double. Bearcats in business here with a double by Andrew Kazusko.
Catcher number 38, Eric Fichter.
So Fichter will stand in. He's having a great start to his senior campaign. Heading up around 470 on the year. Beamendorfer steps into the on-deck circle. Pitch to Fichter is fouled out of play, 0-1. One and one now to Fichter. Laced out into left center field for a base hit just out of the reach of the shortstop. 1 run scores. Here comes Kazusko in. It's going to be a double for Eric Fichter. A 2-run double. And the Bearcats are out in front. 2-0 in their first conference game of the season.
Third baseman number 9, Nick Beamendorfer.
I'm sorry, next batter will definitely be announced like this.
When you were a baby, did you cry like,
Oh.
1 out, Beamendorfer steps to the plate. Bearcats now in front 2-0 after the 2-run double by Eric Fichter. And that's a looper. Nice play as the second baseman goes back and makes the catch on the run. Herzog making the play on that little soft liner. And so we now have 2 down. As Beamendorfer lines out to second, 2 down. Fear steps to the plate, Joey Fear. Pitches outside, 1-0 to the lefty Fear. Swing and a miss by Fear. Counts 2-1 on Joey Fear. Bearcat left fielder. Fichter at second. Pitch gets away. That's going to move Fichter up 90 feet on the passed ball. Top of the order and Burkhardt on deck. Bearcats lead 2-0 here, bottom of the second, game 1 of our doubleheader today. Don't forget, you'll want to stick around. We have Keith Harmon, special guest, coming on the broadcast shortly. Fly ball out into center field. And making the catch is the center fielder, Bushmeyer, and the Bearcats are retired in the second. But the Bearcats take a 2-run lead here. It is 2-0, St. Vincent at the end of 2. Haller stands in for his first pitch of the top of the third, and it's fouled back by Wingard. 2 hits given up so far by Haller, but one of those base runners was taken out by a double play. So he's just faced 1 over the minimum through the first 2 innings. We're in the top of the 3rd. Wingert, freshman from Clarksburg, Pennsylvania. Lays down a bunt, Haller up with it, and on to Esteva for the out. And we have 1 away.
First baseman, number 27, Noah Medic.
Noah Medic stands in. Medic, senior from Zanesville, Ohio. First pitch is called strike, 0-1. Second pitch down low and outside, 1-1. Swung on, loop towards short, right at Burkhart, and there are 2 down.
Top of the order, second baseman, number 6, Jeremy Herzog.
First pitch, a ball from Haller. Here's the pitch from Haller. A little high. 3-0. 3-0 the count. Coach Janosco sends a sign in to Fichter. And that's ball 4. So Herzog walks on 4 pitches. First free pass issued today. It's going to bring up Saleva. He is the
Shortstop, number
senior
7,
from
Mike
White Oak,
Silva.
playing short today. We're in the top of the 3rd. St. Vincent 2, Geneva 0. Conference opener for the Bearcats. They're playing 2 today. We'll be back Monday. They're going to play at Geneva when the weather's better, so they canceled everything for tomorrow. Again, this was supposed to be a single game today up at Geneva, but turned into a doubleheader here. And so now it'll be a single game on Monday at Geneva at 3:30.
Come on, Mike. Let's go, Mike.
0-1 from Haller. Curveball grounded to second. Bush flips to Burkhart for the force. That's how the last inning ended as well. So fielder's choice on the 4-6 ends the inning. Geneva gets no runs on no hits, a walk, 1 runner left on base. Play 2.5. It is St. Vincent 2.
Geneva nothing.
Yeah, what he said.
Shortstop, number 8, Brad Burkhart.
Burkhart at the plate. Takes a couple of strikes here. 0-2. He falls behind. Burkhart struck out looking back in the first. He's 0 for 1. 0-2 pitch. Low and outside. 1-2. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Mike Jeffries on the hill. Start of the day for Geneva. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. St. Vincent 2, Geneva nothing. Bottom half, inning number 3, scheduled for 7 today. We'll see Max Henry pitching game 2 for the Bearcats. Here's the pitch. Ripped foul, as that's going to be an E35 on Gerhardt, as he was unable to come up with that one in the bullpen. Right through the 5-hole on Gerhardt on that one. Swung on, fouled off. Bush barehands it in the on deck circle. Counts 2-2 still on Burkhart. Fouled the last couple of pitches off. Geneva entering today's game with a record of 8-7. Bearcats off to their best start in many years, 10-2. Bearcats had a couple 9-2 starts in the last 2009. They started 9-2, but didn't get that 10th win. They did the other day, sweeping that doubleheader. Bearcats now 10-2. As Burkhart fell behind 0-2, but now has drawn a walk. Nice at bat for Brad Burkhart. It's going to bring Zach Bush to the plate.
I was watching highlights last night of somebody at 10-2. Shooting Buckeyes out there.
Throw over to first. Burkhart is back. This inning brought to you by Janosco Painting. When you see that white van pull into your driveway, you know you're getting quality painting and free candy.
And dental service now.
And dental service. Another throw over to first by Jeffries, and Burkhart is back.
I can really tell it close my teeth.
And there's the sacrifice bunt laid down by Bush nicely. Jeffries up with it, throws on to first for the out, one away, but he does his job and moves Burkhart down to second on the bunt. And now with one out, you're going to bring up Mike Esteva to the plate.
First baseman, number 45, Mike Esteva.
I didn't understand it. First pitch called strike to the Big Indian. Oh, 1 to Esteva, down low, 1-1.
I was kind of like, gravity.
1-2 to Esteva's grounded foul outside of third. As Max Henry making the error on that one. Couldn't quite come up with that one. Down in the bullpen. The bullpen now 0 for 2 today as far as getting those grounders. 1-2 to Mike Esteva. Burkhart at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball down low, 2-2.
You should say no batting number 16.
Swing and a miss in the dirt. Ball gets away. Esteva's going to make it to first. It's going to be a strikeout on a wild pitch. So we're going to score that strikeout on a wild pitch. As Esteva chased a pretty bad pitch, but it ended up working out for him. As he is now on.
Center fielder, number 34, Zach Galasso.
Zach Galasso is going to come up now with a couple of runners on. So recorded as a strikeout and a wild pitch for as Esteva is now on first. Burkhart moves to third on that. So now runners at the corners with one out, and Galasso, the Bearcats' leading hitter, at the plate. First pitch up high, 1-0. One-0 pitch to Galasso. Down low, 2-0. Throw over to first. Esteva's back. Not exactly a major threat to run here. Although Mike does have a stolen base this season. Still not sure how that happened, but he's got one. 2-0 to Galasso, Bearcat cleanup hitter. Strike called, 2-1. Fouled back. Dave Lyons, not sure how to answer your question on that. Kind of, yeah, pretty much. Throw over to first. And wait a minute now. They're going to call a balk. They called a balk as he threw over to first. Esteva was standing there off the bag. And but the reason Esteva stopped is because they called a balk. And so bring the runner home on the balk. And the Bearcat lead is now 3-0.
Can you explain the ball roll? Ball roll, like most people say?
So the Bearcats now take a 3-0 lead without a hit this inning. 3-0, 3-0 the score. Coach Janosco, happy about that. Can almost see the smile on his face down at third base. No, that's a lie. Mick hasn't smiled since the Nixon administration. 2-2 the count to Galasso. Esteva now at second. Grounded toward the right side. Takes a funny hop. Second baseman up with it on to first. 2 down. Esteva moves to third on the ground out, and that'll bring up Grant Crawley.
Designated hitter number 20, Grant Crawley.
Next inning, Keith Harmon will join us for the 4th inning. Sharply grounded to the right side, up with it, and on to first in time to get Crawley to end the inning. But the Bearcats get 1 run on no hits, a walk, a wild pitch, a balk, and 1 runner left on base.
After 3 innings of play,
Bearcats leading this one 3-0 at the end of 3 innings. Top half of inning number 4. This inning brought to you by Harmon's Jewelry Store, rings for all occasions of all shapes and sizes. And joining me on the broadcast,
well, how you doing, Jeff?
Keith Harmon, as we've got an 0-1 count here on Mike McGonigal. He struck out swinging to end the 1st inning. That's grounded towards short. Burkhardt up with it. He's going to have to hurry on to first in time. 1 away. As what are you seeing from Haller so far, Keith?
I've listened to him pitch 2 games. I've never seen him, but he really brings it.
Keith, don't chew the gum while you're broadcasting. Can you get rid of that?
He brings it.
Yeah, you get what you ask for here. All right.
True. He don't waste any time either. He's a quick pitcher.
All right, we have a new sponsor, I'm told. For the 5th inning, we'll have a new sponsor, or for the bottom of the 4th. So, Fido, thank you for that sponsorship. We'll have that. And also, we have another comment from Fido. Mick hasn't smiled since the last viewing of Vision Quest on the bus. Thank you, Fido. Keith, by the way, it's 2-0 now on Gaddy. And now it's 2-1, fouled off. We were discussing on our last game the saga of Putty.
Yes.
Can you update the story?
Well, I asked for help for the listeners out there, the loyal listeners like Fido, Danny Jackson, Chrissy Bush. You could go on and on. Dave Lyons,
Jim Jerger,
Jim Berger, and
by the way, it's a fly ball out to left field. Fear, a couple steps to his left, makes the catch. 2 down. Gaddy retires. Going to bring up Scheider. All right, Keith, go ahead.
And I asked them to help find a home for Putty, because I was allergic to Putty and had to get rid of him, and they didn't come through,
24, Adam Scheider,
which I'm very disappointed about. So Putty's new home is in the Westmoreland Humane Society now, thanks to our listeners.
So it's their fault.
Yes.
Swing and a miss by Scheider, 0-1. So how are you breathing now? Or you got to get all the cat hair out of the house?
I got to get all the cat hair out of the house. I think I'm going to hire a cat hair removal company to do that. Are they one of your sponsors, by the way?
We might have one of those. Alana Grove's Barbershop, yeah, they'll ship anywhere. So we'll have to.
You can get a nutrition pumpkin and put all the hair out.
Or if you need everything saran wrapped, then you call Kavinsky's saran wrapping service. There's a ground ball base hit out in the left field for Scheider. So Scheider on with 2 outs, going to bring up T.J. Lambert. Lambert singled. It was an infield hit back in the 2nd.
Students are starting to foul in out there in left center and center.
Yeah, and also right center. We got a good crowd today here.
A lot of the guys have their shirts off on this nice sunny day, trying to get a swell on, I guess.
About 80 degrees out here, but it won't be for our next broadcast. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday afternoon. I think the high is supposed to be 55. That'll be conference play as well. Strike called from Haller to T.J. Lambert. There's the 0-1 fouled back out of play, 0-2. Keith, how's the spring soccer practices going?
No, well, very well at all. I have another one tonight, but probably won't be too happy. Foul ball. Down the football field with that one. Jeff took a break. It's an 0-2 count.
Yeah, I'm checking my email. Well, the listeners, the loyal listeners, all the emails come right into my phone when the loyal listeners.
Any of them ashamed of themselves and apologizing or not?
The listeners?
Yes.
For what? For
not
listening?
getting-
For not helping out? No.
Yeah, they feel bad.
Counts 1-2 now on the right fielder, Lambert. Has a mask on his batting helmet. Must have taken a pitch to the jaw at some point. Throw over to first. Scheiderer is back. Inside. Curveball misses. 2-2. Two-two pitch grounded right back at Haller.
Real nice play.
Haller will underhand it over to Hesteva. Nicely done by Jared Haller, and the inning is over. Geneva gets no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We've played 3.5. St. Vincent 3, Geneva nothing.
Vincent 3, Geneva nothing.
Here's the first pitch from Jeffries to Kazusko. Misses 1-0. Kazusko on the day. A double back in the second. That moved Crawley to third, and Victor then followed with a double of his own that brought home the first 2 runs of the day.
One guy on deck. Yeah.
Baseball bully.
3-0 now on Kazusko. And that's a walk to Kazusko on 4 pitches.
The catcher, number 38, Eric Victor.
So Eric Victor stands in off a double, RBI double last time out.
He's on the top of the step.
Loyal fan Bill Townsend, related to Deshay, I believe. Bill, checking out the action today. 0-1 now, the count as Victor takes a strike. Kazusko on first after the walk on 4 pitches. Curveball ripped to left field, base hit right over the third baseman's head. And Kazusko will have to stop at second. Victor hitting the ball well. He's now 1 for 2 today, and I think he's got to be up around 500 now on the year, if not a little higher.
Third baseman, number 9, Nick Biemendorfer.
Keith, I think this is the best that we've seen Victor hit the ball the last couple of seasons.
Victor's really ripping the ball this year. Really is. He's hitting it hard every time.
So the
He's being very
Bearcats,
aggressive at the plate.
Bearcats now have their 3rd hit of the game, 2 of them by Victor. Keith, we were commenting last inning. I think we got that run without even getting the ball out of the infield,
Out of the
right?
infield, never left the infield. Small ball at its finest. That's a nice bunt.
Biemendorfer lays the bunt down third base line, and he's going to be on with an infield single on the bunt.
I don't even think if he had fielded it cleanly, he'd have got it.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling that a single, because I don't think he didn't field it cleanly at third, but I don't think Gaddy had a chance of getting him. Our official score, we're going to check with the official score, Matt Janosko, and he says it's a hit.
That's why he's the best.
Joey Fear up, bases loaded, nobody out here. First pitch to Fear popped up.
I don't think that's deep.
Yeah, it's going to be out of play. Third baseman Gaddy came over to take a look. So Jeffries in a little bit of trouble here. A walk and single to left and a bunt single. Bases loaded. Nobody out here. Top half inning number 4. Bearcats already in front 3-0 in this conference opener against the Geneva Golden Tornadoes. 0-1 pitch is up high. 1-1. 1-1 is the count.
1-1.
Here's the pitch to Fear. Little chin music, 2-1.
I'd like to thank listener Fido for his concern about putty.
Always concerned.
Touched my heart.
Let's see. We do have a new sponsor here. We do have a new sponsor. Let me get that information out here.
Ooh, that's a rip.
That's a little looper out into right center field. It will drop for a base hit. And it's just going to bring home one. They had to hold up a little bit, but Kazusko scores on the single by Fear, and the Bearcat lead is now 4-0 on the RBI single from Joey Fear.
Shortstop, number 8, Brad Burkhardt.
This inning brought to you by Big Daddy's Lawn Care.
Oh, that's interesting.
Big Daddy's Lawn Care.
Where's that out of?
Well, that's out of Pittsburgh. You'll trim your lawns, bushes, trees, anything you need trimmed. He'll take care of that for you.
Maybe he should get together with our other sponsor, La Negra.
Needs cleaned up. I got some shrubbery needs cleaned up.
And you might want to check with Matt Janosko Painting. He says he could use some shrubbery cleaned up. So, see, we put our sponsors together. We work together here. 3-0 quickly to Burkhardt as Brad drew that walk last time out after falling behind 0-2. He drew a walk. Now he's out in front 3-0 here as Jeffries having some trouble here in the bottom half of inning number 4. 3-0 pitch in for a strike.
I have some dead bushes in my yard, too. I have to think about getting removed there, Jeff.
Is that, are you still mad because I brought my dog over and he watered your yard that time?
Yeah,
fly ball out into left field. Left fielder making the run at it. He'll make the catch. But that's going to be a sacrifice fly that will bring home Fichter. And the Bearcat lead is now 5-0 on the sac fly by Brad Burkhardt. Scoring Fichter. Runners at first and second.
That's F7, right?
F7. SF. Need more space. So Zach Bush will now stand in. Pitch from Jeffries up around Zach's head. So that one's about 4 feet off the ground.
I was going to say 4.5. That was a pretty high pitch. Almost hit us up here in the booth.
And timeout called as the catcher will go out to speak to Jeffries. And here comes Alan Sumner, the head coach. Out to speak to the sophomore Jeffries.
Can you plug mine in face down?
Tell them, Klitsky. Tell them what time it is.
Usually the ones that flag behind that I can.
Matt Janosko's 4th inning stretch. Here's the 1-0 pitch.
Well, it looked like he held up on that.
Yeah, they thought he held up, but they're calling a strike.
Bush didn't agree with that one, I don't think.
No. 1-1.
Two dudes.
Oh, if you know this.
Down low, 2-1.
But Zach Bush is a up-and-coming high school basketball referee also.
Yes, I understand he is. He's quite active on the referee scene.
So he's very agile on the court.
Ground ball to third. Gaddy down to second for one, on to first, and they turn the 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. But the Bearcats get 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 runner left on base. Bearcats lead this one by a score of 5-0 after 4. Half of inning number 5, Jeff Zidek and Keith Harmon joining you for the broadcast day of Game 1. It'll be Sean King and Matt Tyson in Game 2. Is that correct?
That's hard to
You guess?
beat that.
All right. Yeah. Sean King and Matt Tyson get game 2 today.
That's a good duo. Geneva has someone up in a pen down there. Can't see his number.
Count now 1-1.
Help me, help you.
Trying to catch the number on the Geneva. 34 warming up. That would be Tad Forsyth, senior from Harmony, PA, warming up in the pen. Swing and a miss. At a low and outside pitch. Haller had him crossed up there, 1-2. Line on Haller so far, 4 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 hits, 3 hits given up. But he's got a 5-0 lead here, and the Bearcat bullpen is silent. Fly ball to right center field. That's going to drop in front of Kazusko for a base hit. And so Bushmeyer has his first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 2. It's going to bring up Shane Wingard. Wingard on the day is 0 for 1. Tried to bunt for a hit back in the 3rd inning to lead off, but Haller threw him out on the 1-3. So 1 out or 1 on here, nobody out. Top half inning number 5. Bearcats up 5-0 on the Geneva Golden Tornadoes in this conference opener. 80 degrees, sun shining, beautiful day here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Strike called 0-1. Looks like a little cornhole action out in left field.
Yeah, it's the St. Vincent tradition. The old cornholers get out there between, during innings. And, looks like that. Just missed it. You can see that.
Throw over to first. Runner is back.
He's prolapsed himself.
What?
Throw over to first. Runner back.
Just missed him over at first.
There's just way too many people in this booth today.
Ooh, you almost made that one.
Keith, we're supposed to be calling the baseball game, not
know,
the cornhole game out in left field.
You mentioned that.
Pitch to Wingard is a ball. Count goes to 1-1.
You older, you lose your focus a little quicker.
Do you?
It's facts.
You've lost many things, haven't you, Keith?
Yes, I have.
1-1.
A lot of games, too.
And a cat. Fouled out of play 1-2.
And a ring.
And a ring, yeah. Lost the ring once, too.
Right.
Yep. 1-2 the count on Wingard, the left fielder. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at first, nobody out. Haller checks the runner. Taking his time, now throws to the plate. Outside, 2-2. Medic on deck. Herzog in the hole. A lot of targets out there. Left center field and center field. People parking their cars out there. Runner goes. Strikeout recorded as Victor not going to have a play on the runner. He'll steal second, but it is a strikeout by Wingard.
First baseman, number 27, Noah Medic.
When he struck out, though, he kind of really came in front of Victor. And Victor, I didn't think really had a chance to even make a throw, which he didn't make a throw, but they let the play go. Fouled out of play, 0-1 now to Medic. Medic lined out to Burkhardt at short in his first at bat. That was back in the 3rd. So Geneva with their first runner in scoring position today. Four hits and a walk given up by Haller. In the game, we're in the top of the 5th, 1 down. Here's the pitch outside, called strike to Medic. Just caught the outside corner. Medic behind 0-2.
Long time.
1-2 from the stretch. There's the pitch, ripped down into right field. That's going to bring home 2 runs. Fear is going to come into second.
Nice base running also.
Nice base running by Fear. What are we going to give him, a single and advanced on a throw? Yep, single by Fear.
Big hit.
Drives home 2. Fear with 3 RBIs today. He is now 2 for 3.
That broke it open.
Matt Janosko in the background, getting us in trouble with the FCC. Brad Burkhart at the plate, 0-1. Count on Burkhart. Fear at second, takes a big lead. Pitch to Burkhart in the dirt, 1-1. Burkhart on the day, 0 for 1. 0 for 1. Struck out, walked, scored, sacrifice fly. Drove home a run. Bearcats 9 runs on 9 hits. Fear at second, takes a big lead. Here's the pitch to Burkhart. Inside, 2-1. Zach Bush on deck. Esteva in the hole. 2 down here, bottom half inning number 5 for the Bearcats.
Got him.
Throw to second, and I think they had him, but the ball skipped away. But I think timing-wise, I think they would have had Fear that time.
I think they had him.
Must have called Oski on that one.
I didn't hear that, Matt, but that's probably was the call.
2-1 now.
I didn't know Geneva had that play in their repertoire.
Here's the pitch. Low and outside, 3-1. Don't forget, the St. Vincent Sports Information Office now offers you full video. You can watch entire games on our YouTube page, youtube.com/SVC Bearcats. Lots of baseball, softball on there. There's a walk to Burkhart as he draws another walk. And for those tuning in via the internet, tomorrow we will have, hopefully, if everything goes well, live video from the stadium for lacrosse. Now, if that game gets moved over to the turf, it'll just be an audio broadcast, but we will have a live broadcast tomorrow of St. Vincent lacrosse at 1 p.m. Zach Bush steps in with 2 runners on here. Bush on the day, popped out, sacrifice, and grounded into a double play. Pitch is outside. Balk has been called, and that'll move the runners up.
A lot of people are complaining there about that one.
Not on the Bearcat side.
No.
Mick Janosko, head coach, down at third. And the first base coach is Adam Ducat for
Both
the Bearcats
looking on.
today. Wild
Another
pitch.
run, another
That's
run.
going to bring home Fear. Well, wait, let's wait for the official scoring. Wild pitch or passed ball? Wild pitch. Coach Ducat always wears the knickers, but basically I think it's because his legs are too long for the pants. If he emphasizes, okay, thank you.
Definitely the pinstripes are too short.
The pinstripes are too short for him.
Yeah,
They'd be flood pants on him.
That's why you see so many Bearcats with the traditional baseball.
Well, that's why Zach Bush is doing it, because Bush with those long legs of his, he can't wear them like that either.
Yeah, that's true.
2-0 the count to Bush. 2-0 pitch
Working
down
another
low.
walk.
3-0. So Bearcats getting some help here from Bach and a wild pitch. Lead this game 10-0. Strike called on the 3-0. Now it's 3-1 to Zach Bush. Bearcats 10 runs, 9 hits.
Bush will work a walk here. He'll work a walk.
3-1 the count on Zach Bush with Burkhart at third. And he draws the walk on an inside pitch. So Zach Bush aboard. Brings up Mike Esteva. Esteva 1 for 3. Singled in the 5th and scored.
Fans are really rooting for him there. I heard some comments from the fans there when he came up.
Strike called to Big Mike. That one misses 1-1 to Mike Esteva. Bearcats wearing the pinstripes today. Geneva, black jerseys, white pants. Esteva fouls that one back, 1-2. Zach Galasso on deck. Bearcats have batted around this inning. Popped up.
I don't think he see it. I don't think yes he does.
And he finds it there. Right fielder makes the catch, and the 5th inning has come to a close on the fly out to right. But the Bearcats in the inning get 5 runs on just 4 hits. 5 runs on 4 hits. Bearcats leading this one 10-0 at the end of 5.
Off the right side, even though I'm only listening to myself here. Oh,
I'm here. Salava at the plate. He's grounded out twice today to second base.
That was a ball, sports fans out there. 1-1.
You can handle this, Keith. You don't need me.
2-1 down low. 2-1 to the batter.
Salava, senior from White Oak, Pennsylvania.
White Oak is 4.
Matt Janosko's hometown.
Now
North Versailles is his hometown, but White Oak is where he resides now.
Oh,
Laced to center field. Galasso is there. That one held up long enough for Galasso to get there.
My judgment was horrible on that one.
I could add to that, but you know.
That's the truth. You have to admit it when you don't see something, and obviously my LASIK surgery didn't help me on that one.
Another listener comment coming in. Fido, you are dead on with that comment. Yes, sir.
Little Bengal, tell Harmon.
Oh, you don't read it out loud. Just stop right there, Keith. Don't read them out loud. Liner to second. Zach Bush climbs the ladder. And boy, did he get, you could have slid a credit card under Zach's foot on that one when he went up the ladder and made that catch.
He was so far off the ground on that play. It was unbelievable. I don't know how he got that high. Unbelievable. I can't help it that Fido doesn't know what a bingo is. I can't. He never hit one, probably. That's why.
Well, Fido would be in competition with Kazusko for the biggest forearms on the team right now.
Forearms, calves.
I'd take both of them. These guns.
With your neck, Matt. 2 down here, 0-1 as the count on Gaddy, third baseman. He is singled back in the second and flew out in the fourth. We're in the top half, inning number 6. Bearcats lead this one 10-0.
Still amazed how high Bush got up for that.
I'm telling you, I mean, there was.
I've never seen it.
I saw ground underneath his foot.
Yes, definitely.
It's like 4 days in a row. Like, what's that thing in your cigarette pack?
Now, if you are tuned in via the St. Vincent and Meridic Sports Network today, we will disconnect between games. You will have to reconnect. It'll be a different link, so you'll have to go back in the way you got to this game. You have to go back in and reconnect. We will have to shut down, and you'll reconnect for the second game. We'll take about a 15-minute break between games. Pitch from Haller in the dirt, 2-2. Once again, video of today's game will be up in a couple of days on the St. Vincent YouTube page. You get to watch the entire game. Full video of the games. Ducks flying overhead. 2-2 the count.
That
2 down.
Duck was awful low there. Amazing. There's security out there at the cornhole game.
They breaking it up out there.
No, I think Bob was just trying to figure out what was going on.
Okay. Ground ball to third. Biemendorfer dives, but can't get to that one. And it's going to be a base hit out into left field for Gaddy. Gaddy now 2 for 3 today, and that's going to bring up Scheiderer. Scheiderer 1 for 2. Grounded out into a double play in the second, singled in the fourth. So that's the 5th hit for the Geneva Golden Tornadoes on the day.
Haller won a complete game the last game.
Haller threw a shutout, so Haller has now gone 12 plus. Actually, I think his final Florida appearance, didn't he go 4 without giving anything up either? So Haller on quite a streak.
California, the heat shouldn't bother him any, that's for sure.
No. Time called by the batter, Scheiderer. Haller, the lefty, gets set to pitch to Scheiderer, the righty. Drives that one out in the left field, but
right
fear
too.
is there, and the inning is over.
6,
no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base through 6, through 5.5. Bearcats lead this one 10-0.
St. Vincent 10, Geneva 0. 34, Zach Galasso.
The Bearcat batter here, Zach Galasso, bottom half inning number 6.
Galasso tripled last time up, didn't he?
Yep, Zach Galasso 1 for 3 today. Tripled last inning and scored. Drove home Esteva. Bearcats lead this game 10-0. Close the book on Jeffries, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 9 runs, all earned. No, they're not all earned, are they? They're all earned. Okay. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman, 1 balk, 2 wild pitches. So Galasso now behind 0-2 after the foul ball. Zach 1 for 3 on the day. There's the pitch. Curveball misses. 1-2. Forsythe in his second inning of work.
That's in there too. It's down the line.
Down the line, and it's going to stay in fair territory. Galasso into second with a stand-up double. His second hit of the game. And that's going to bring Grant Crawley to the plate. Crawley 0 for 2 with a hit batsman today.
Designated hitter number 20, Grant Crawley.
Galasso's fan club is liking that out there in left center.
This inning brought to you by Crawley's Stone Quarry.
About his bait shop. He closed the bait shop?
Oh, the bait shop's still out there too. He's got the bait shop and the stone quarry. The bait shop, very good if you want to, fishing, hunting, anything you want to hunt. Deer, cougar, anything. Popped up to second base, and that's going to be an out, 1 away.
I heard there's a huge cougar population down in Florida. Is there any truth to that, Jeff?
That's what that's the rumor.
They have a couple cougar wildlife reserves down there and everything.
Yes, they have them fenced in an area. 1 down. Kosciuszko, in Winter Haven.
Winter Haven, yes, yes, in Central Florida.
Applebee's cougar stop.
It's more conducive to their.
They like the climate.
Yeah, the climate.
Yes. 1-0 as the pitch is outside of Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko has scored 3 times today. Doubled, walked, and then struck out, but reached on a wild pitch on that strikeout.
Go ahead.
And, it was Crawley had tried to close the gap on him for hit by pitches, but Kosciuszko gets one there. And so Kosciuszko aboard. We've got 2 runners on. Kosciuszko, 7th hit batsman of the season in 13 games. 7 hit batsmen in 13 games.
That's hard to believe. He's liable to get double figures easy. I think the NCAA leader last year had like 22. 22 hit batsmen. That's a lot.
Swing and a miss by Fichter. He's behind 0-2. Do I really want to know what conversation is going on down the other end of the table?
I don't think so, Jeff.
Jeez. Fichter fouls that one out of play. Eric on the day is 3 for 3, doubled, singled, and another single. He's driven home 2 runs today. Fichter with 2 RBI. Fear has 3. Galasso 1, and Burkhart 1. The rest scored on wild pitches or balks. 10-0 St. Vincent here. Bottom half inning number 6. That's into the gap in right center field, and that's going to go for extra bases. Fichter going to drive home.
2 more.
Looks like 2 more as Kosciuszko's being waved around. He'll score. It's 12-0. And Fichter in with a double. He is 4 for 4 today.
Third baseman number 9, Nick Biemendorfer.
Bearcats now 12 runs on 11 hits. Biemendorfer to the plate. Takes a strike, 0-1. 1 out in the inning. Fear on deck. Burkhart in the hole. Biemendorfer, the Bearcat third baseman. His first start at third. Takes a strike. He's behind 0-2. You didn't like that call, Keith?
That's a little outside there. I think we're trying to speed the game up a little bit.
We're in the bottom of the 6th. St. Vincent leading 12-0.
I would have hit a left-handed batter.
Reaches for that one, fouls it down the right field line out of play. Just over what will probably tomorrow be Lake Bearcat. Expecting rain tomorrow. As of right now, softball still slated to go at 12 noon tomorrow.
What time's lacrosse?
Lacrosse at 1 o'clock. We'll have that lacrosse broadcast live. Audio for sure, possibly video if we're in the stadium. 0-2 is down low to Beemendorfer, 1-2. Beemendorfer on the day, 1 for 3, lined out, reached on a bunt single, and grounded out.
It's a hill with a permanent structure attached to it.
Here's the pitch from Forsyth. Reaches for it, and a base hit to right field for Beemendorfer. Here comes Fichter around third. They got to play at the plate. Collision at the plate. Fichter is out, and he gets shoved by the catcher, and the Bearcats start to charge. And Adam Ducat, boy, did he get in there fast to break things up.
On deck batter there. Little fireworks there.
And now Coach Sumner out to talk to the umpires as the catcher did not appreciate it, and looks like the catcher has been thrown out of the game.
Oh,
so it looks like they have,
he retaliated.
Yeah, for the retaliation. So the catcher has been ejected for Geneva, and we're going to have a ruling from the umpires. Well, now the umpires are going to have a conference first, but so the catcher for Geneva, Scheider, has been thrown out.
What was the put on there? 9-2.
So angering the Bearcat fans with a little gesture. He was telling them that he was number one, or that they were number one, yes. So we're going to have a catcher change for Geneva. Beemendorfer on that play went calling Coach Sumner over. They're calling Coach Donosco over as well. So we'll see if we can get a little determination on what we're doing here as well.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be a group hug.
No, Keith, I think you're right on that.
It does. Looks like there's some disagreement, but in a nice way.
I guess what they're determining is the fate of Eric Fichter for coming in standing up.
Yeah, St. Vincent was quick off the bench there.
Yeah, I didn't see who came out, but...
yeah, player to be named later.
Yes. For those that are just tuning in, what happened was we had a base hit to right by Beemendorfer. Fichter came around third, but the right fielder came up with it quickly, made a nice throw. The right fielder, let's give him some credit there, that's T.J. Lambert. Lambert made a nice throw into the catcher, Scheider. There was a collision at the plate as Fichter basically came in standing up. After the collision at the plate where Fichter was tagged out, the catcher retaliated and shoved Fichter. That brought his instant ejection for the shove, but it also brought a couple of Bearcats out of the dugout. And
well,
it also did bring out the your number one.
Good job, dude.
And we're going to get the lineup clarification here soon from the umpires. Keith, you got my chair blocked in here. I can't move.
Trying.
Yeah, I see that.
But I think he ran the catcher over.
So we're going to get... And... What was that?
Both got ejected. Yeah.
All right, so Eric Fichter has been ejected as well. Eric Fichter has been ejected for the Bearcats on the play as well. So actually both teams now losing their catchers as, well, Once again, Biemendorfer has been sent back to second base.
So quiet here, like Kennedy just got shot. I mean, come on, just
Well, we're trying to figure out what happened. Victor had
I would like to know what's going on so I can do my job.
Victor finished the game with 5 hits.
Yeah, five if you count the one at the plate.
Victor 5 for 5.
That is
they get up, well,
Gaddy. So Gaddy will move behind the plate. Gaddy moves behind the.
Number 33, Garrett Swan.
Joey Fear to the plate for the Bearcats. He is 2 for 3 today. Has driven home 3 runs.
For St. Vincent, number 38, Eric Victor has been ejected. And for Geneva, the catcher number 24, Adam Scheider, has been ejected.
So here's the pitch to Fear. He grounds that one weakly to the right side. Slow roller. Second baseman up with it on to first. And the inning is over. So
the 6th inning for the Bearcats, 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 runner left on base.
Bearcats do get 2 runs in the inning and lead this game 12-0 at the end of 6 innings. Will now take over the catching duties for the Bearcats. Victor closed the books on him, 4 for 4 with 2 doubles, 2 singles, and 4 runs batted in today. So Haller out here to try to finish things off. He's up 12-0, top half, inning number 7. This is it, 3 outs, and this one's over.
What's he have? 13 straight scoreless innings now?
I'm thinking it might be 17 because
17.
I'm thinking he went 4 straight scoreless down in Florida to finish that game. Yeah, Matt will check on that.
That's why he's the best stat man in the business. That's a ripper.
That's a base hit to lead things off for T.J. Lambert. Sends that one out into center field.
Center fielder number 20, John Bushmeyer.
Bushmeyer will come in.
3 straight in Florida.
16
3 straight, so 16 straight innings. He's up to 16 in the 3rd.
No, just 16, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, 16, that's right. 16 straight innings. Scoreless for Jared Haller. And that's a base hit out in the left field. So 2 straight singles here to lead off the 7th as Bushmeyer now 2 for 3. It's going to bring up Wingard. Wingard is 0 for 2 on the day.
Left fielder number 1, Shane Wingard.
No activity in the Bearcat bullpen, though. It's going to give Haller a chance to close this one out on his own. Like to see him record the shutout, but he's got 2 runners on here and nobody out in the top of the 7th.
Ooh, good
Shows
pitch.
bunt,
Good
takes a
pitch.
strike.
Painted the corner.
Sports information.
12-0 St. Vincent in the 7th. Chance for the Bearcats to possibly, I'll say it, Fido, just for you, raise the Jolly Bearcat. Grounder to 3rd. Biemendorfer up with it.
Nice
on to
play.
2nd for 1. On to 1st. Not in time there, but a nice play by Biemendorfer to get the runner at 2nd. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. 5-4.
It's official. The 3rd base experiment did work now.
Real nice play, Bite. I'm going to try it. Biemendorfer. How'd I do? Was that
Biemendorfer.
close? Durfer. Well, I was close. I have a pronunciation problem, obviously. I got the same call.
And there's a grounder to short, on to 1st. And that was a liner to short. He makes the play, throws on to 1st, doubles him up,
play, it's over.
and the game is over. Nicely done by the Bearcats there as snaring that one was Burkhart, throws over to Esteva, and the ball game is over.
I got the same number.
And the
people in left center are doing what, Jeff?
they're still playing cornhole as the Bearcats get the line drive to end the game. Final score of game 1. St. Vincent 12-0.
12 hits, no errors.
Bearcats 12 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Geneva no runs, 7 hits. Goes in the books as no errors for Geneva, but some balks and wild pitches hurt them quite a bit in this game. But the Bearcats, the big hits today from Eric Fichter. He drove home 4 runs. He was 4 for 4. Andrew Kazusko got on base 4 times today. He was officially 1 for 2, but he also walked, was hit by a pitch, and got on base when he struck out on a wild pitch. Fear was 2 for 4. He drove home 3 runs. Just a great hitting performance. Galasso, 0 for 2 to start the day, but they came up with a triple and a double, scored a couple of runs. So just a solid performance, and Jared Haller going the distance for his 2nd straight shutout. So now Haller with 17 consecutive innings of scoreless pitching. So that's going to wrap up Game 1 here on the St. Vincent Sports Network. Once again, we're going to disconnect. You'll have to reconnect as the Game 2 will begin in approximately 20 minutes. We hope you'll come back for Game 2. It's going to be Sean Malone and Matt Tyson bringing you Game 2 here on the St. Vincent Broadcasting Network.
38 Eric Fichter and